Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Team McCauley coming with another video. Today, we got some more VGC 17 battles here on Pokemon Sun with the Tapu Koko rain team that I made. And I'm not going to go over it too much. You guys pretty much know a lot about my team now. Today, in this first battle, Machamp's going to be making his debut. This is one of those matchups where Machamp is a lot better. I haven't played up against many Porygon 2s. Machamp's good against Porygon 2, obviously for the super effective stab, but also because I carry knockoff and Porygon 2s carry Trick Room, and I'm a really slow Machamp. So this was one of those cases where my opponent had a team where Machamp did really well. He had a team of Kangaskhan, Alolan Raichu, Garchomp, Pheromosa, Torkoal, and Kartana. So I really liked his team because it had a little bit of everything to deal with any team. For example, this Alolan Raichu is good against my team because of its ability. It's going to have double speed if I bring Tapu Koko. So it's good against that. It's part Psychic, so against Tapu Lele, it's going to get the boosted Psychic type moves. In the rain, he's going to have Kartana, which is going to take reduced damage from Fire type moves. It's just an all around, and the Garchomp could have Sand Veil or Sand Rush. It could have a bunch of things. So it's just an all around really good team that I kind of flipped out when I saw it. I'm like, wow, this team's just really good. So I decided to bring Machamp here to deal with the Kangaskhan. It can deal with the Raichu. It can deal with Kartana. It can deal with Torkoal because I have Stone Edge. It's just a good pick. I also bring Polisand here to deal with the Raichu. And you got a lot of physical attackers as well. You see the ones you brought, 3 out of the 4 are physical attackers, so Polisand would have a good matchup here. I decided not to bring Weavile, even though he did have Garchomp, just because I didn't really have space for it. I did need just in case he did bring Torkoal, I needed Pelipper. So we're going to go ahead and get started against this incredible team. So I didn't really know what to expect from my opponent. I just chose a decent lead. So he goes for a Raichu Kangaskhan, and Tapu Koko was probably the worst thing I could have led with here. I didn't think about it, to be honest. I needed to try in the future. If I were to go against this guy, I would have led like Polisand Machamp just so I can take care of this Raichu before I bring in Tapu Koko. So right off the bat, I go for Protect. I'm predicting a Fake Out here from the Kangaskhan. I don't know what the Raichu is going to do. But he actually goes Fake Out Raichu, and I'm like, oh wow, is he really going for the Double Protect? But he actually just goes straight for the Workup with Kangaskhan. So luckily this thing can't be Mega, because there's no Mega Evolutions in VGC 17. But I just go straight for the Dynamic Punch, and that's going to... I was surprised that it picked up the Knockout. I guess I'm used to playing up against Mega Kangaskhan's, so I think Mega Kangaskhan can survive that. But since it's regular Kangaskhan with a little bit lower defenses, it's not going to be able to survive. So here he brings in the Garchomp, which is a pretty good bring. The thing is, since Tapu Koko is faster than Garchomp, the way he brings it in like this, I'm 99% sure that it's Choice Scarf, so I don't hesitate. That's why I don't Protect or switch out Tapu Koko. I just go straight up for the Wide Guard. So unfortunately, I didn't pop the Air Balloon on Raichu. Otherwise, it would have picked up or would have knocked itself out. But I do get a Dazzling Gleam off, which is going to do insane damage. So one more Dazzling Gleam will pick up the knockout. So at this point, he pretty much has to withdraw his Garchomp, so he doesn't knock out his own Raichu, and he brings in Pheromosa. And here, I kind of make a... I don't really know what I was expecting. I was expecting to go for a Psychic again, but not into Machamp. And I was thinking, too, if he does go into Machamp, I thought I was going to be able to survive. If he does get the crit, I'm pretty sure the crit matters, since I am pretty bulky. So that was unfortunate. It was just a free switch in for him. If I went for the Dazzling Gleam, I would have picked up a double knockout and sealed the game right there. But I bring in Pelipper here. So just because of the speed, I don't know if I'm going to be faster than Pheromosa or no. But he goes straight up for the Thunderbolt. I'm okay with that. I felt like that was a big misplay on his part. Since it was a free knockout, but there wasn't much for my win goal wasn't too much of a threat to him as much as my Tapu Koko. Because if I get a Dazzling Gleam off, that's a double knockout. So I survive. I don't know if that thing really even had anything for me. I think he just kind of switched it in to sack it off. But I just pick up the easy knockout onto both of them. I'm just going to leave him with his Garchomp. And this Garchomp versus Tapu Koko, obviously he'd win, but good thing I had Polisand in the back. If I were at Weavile, it would have been the same thing because I would have been Focus Sashed. And I would have also had Fake Out. And he just gives up because he knows he can't one-shot me with an Earthquake on Polisand. So, pretty interesting game one. A really fast game one, to be honest. There wasn't much protecting going on. So a lot of just one-hit knockouts, just insane damage going off. So Machamp came up clutch there, taking. I don't even know what that Kangaskhan had. It's not as strong as Mega Kangaskhan, obviously, but Kangaskhan in itself is still a pretty strong all-around Pokemon. So I'm glad I was able to take that out. Like I said, if there was one thing I could have changed, it would have been I would not have led with Tapu Koko. I wouldn't have sent in Tapu Koko until that Raichu was taken care of. So if I would like Polysand Machamp, I would have been in a much better spot because he couldn't have hit me. Plus, if that Kangaskhan was scrappy and had Fake Out, it most likely did not have Fake Out. Otherwise, it would have gone for it. Then I would have been able to pick up the knockout onto the Raichu. So just something for the future. Something I learned from that battle. So still a good one. I really enjoyed that guy's team. I have to think about a team like that where it'll help against all the other meta teams. But we're going to go ahead and move into the second battle. Another interesting team by my opponent. Some pretty powerful Pokemon that I hadn't seen yet, like Drampa here. But he had a team of Alolan Executor, Hariyama, Drampa, Arcanine, Type Null, and Alakazam. So with the Type Null, I didn't know what to expect. Luckily, he didn't bring it. Type Null is an alright Pokemon from VGC because in actual VGC, it's a best of 3 set. So the first game, you don't know what to expect. But the second and third game, you do. So he didn't bring it. It must not have been a favorable matchup for him. I don't know what type it would have been. But I bring Machamp again here to deal with the Arcanine. To deal with even on Machamp, I still would have been able to get a knockoff for a Dynamic Punch and probably one-shot it. I also have the Dynamic Punch for Drampa, which will one-shot it. So Weavile is super important here to deal with that Executor and the Fake Out pressure and stuff. So Polysand was all right here. The only thing he would have been good for would have been the Arcanine, but with his Executor, he'd be able to one-shot me. And the Kartana again didn't have anything super effective stab to hit any of his Pokemon with. It would have been an all right pick, but Weavile and Machamp definitely stronger picks. So we're gonna go ahead and get this second battle started against Snicky. This battle, things are gonna get a little spicy. Just warning you guys now. So my opponent leads with Executor Hariyama, which I'm not upset about at all. This is actually probably like an ideal lead for me because I have Pelipper Weavile, so I have super effective stab for both. I can one-shot the Executor with Ice Punch and deal tons of damage to the Hariyama with a Hurricane. So, especially since his Pokemon are so slow, too, I'm not really too scared. He actually has Frisk here, so he does see I have Choice Scarfs and Focus Sash, so I was like, okay, well, what's he going to do knowing that I have this kind of stuff? I just go for a safe Fake Out here, and the U-turn into the Executor. He didn't protect or anything. I was predicting a protect, a switch, or something, just because he saw that I was Choice Scarfed and Focus Sashed, or there wasn't anything he could have really done against me. So I bring in Tapu Koko here, since neither of those Pokemon really threaten me that much. And he ends up going for a Trick Room, and I'm like, oh crap. That's a pretty big problem. So he does, and we do see his Hariyama's carrying the Flame Orb as well. So Facade's very real. And you see right off the bat, his Executor is going to go for Energy Ball. So I'm like, okay, well, that's not too bad. I hope he doesn't double target it. And he actually goes for the Heavy Slam and the Tapu Koko. I'm like, okay. That's fine. So here, Ice Punch is going to pick up the easy knockout on Executor, which I'm okay with. And then with Tapu Koko, I just go for the Dazzling Gleam. A Thunder probably would have done more damage. I was just thinking in case he switches out, in case for whatever reason, I'll just go for the Dazzling Gleam. So we're going to bring it down. After the Flame Orb, it's going to just hang on with a sliver of health, and we're going to see the Drampa come in, which is also a very slow Pokemon, unfortunately, because here Dazzling Gleam would put in some work. So I Protect here. My plan is just to Protect and let Weavile go down, and then also the Hariyama will go down to Flame Orb damage. So he's just going to go for the Hyper Voice, which I'm fine with. So the Hariyama goes for knockoff, which would have done minimal damage because he wouldn't have even knocked me off. So Hariyama's going to go down. So I'm not in too bad of a position here. The only thing, I just got to run this Trick Room out because I know I can bring in Machamp, who's really slow, who can take advantage of the Trick Room. The only thing, I don't know if I'm slower than his Drampa or not. So, and he does have Intimidate. And here I'm like, I probably won't be able to one-shot this Drampa now. So he actually goes for Helping Hand, and I'm like, oh crap, that sucks. Because I was actually thinking about going for a wide guard here, and I was like, well, I don't need to go for a wide guard because I can wiggle Hyper Voice. And you're gonna see, boom. So Intimidate coming in big for my opponent right there. So, and here he's gonna get the Berserk boost, and I'm like, oh crap, this is not good. Not good at all. So he breaks through Confusion, which I'm okay with. I don't really go for Dynamic Punch to rely on the Confusion, but he's gonna bring me down. I am gonna survive. So you just see the bulk of Machamp, 197 HP. I'm gonna eat up my Citrus, and which is fantastic because I know at this point I'm like Arcanine could carry Extreme Speed, but there's no way he's gonna be able to knock me out. And since I'm slower than his Drampa, the thing's not gonna survive. So he does go for Extreme Speed, and you see I'm gonna hang on, and that's just gonna be a nice Dynamic Punch for me. And then Wendell's gonna be able to go for the Scald. I was expecting the Scald to knock him out, but then I was like, okay, well, it could be. Well, it can't be Assault Vest because he used Helping Hand, but I guess Arcanine can just be a relatively bulky Pokemon. So he's going to get some health back with Leftovers. And the Trick Room's about to expire, which is fine. I mean, his Arcanine's the second fastest and second slowest. So there's 3 Pokemon on the field. His is number 2. Wingull's the fastest, Machamp is the slowest. So another reason why I really like Machamp, he is naturally slow, and you give him a speed-inducing nature, and he's just really slow. So he's a good answer to some of those Trick Room teams. That's why, like I said, with the Porygon 2, I haven't seen him a lot, but I can knock off the Porygon 2. I'm slower than the Porygon 2. I can Dynamic Punch the Porygon 2. So, and against the Torkoal or Ringaroo, I can Stone Edge the Torkoal, even though I think Torkoal's slower than me. But still, Machamp coming up huge in his debut today, a back-to-back debut, putting in the work. I love Wide Guard. I love his bulk. I love his slowness. So, some fun battles I enjoyed. One thing I really liked about this format, more than the VGC 16 format, it got really old at the end because you always saw the same things. You never saw... Well, you did see Kyurem. You never saw Zekrom. You never saw Reshiram. You never saw Ho-Oh. You never saw Lugia. It was all Groudon and Xerneas. Here, I've seen a lot of variety. There are some things that are stronger than others, but the Tapus, I mean, you see the Tapus, but it's fine because there's 4 of them, so it's just like a weather. So, enough of my rant. I'm really excited for this format. I hope you guys like the videos. I'll be coming at you with some more. If you guys want to battle me, whether it's VGC, doubles, singles, whatever, go and let me know. If you got any suggestions for me, also go ahead and let me know. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.